Hello there. Hopefully we are live. It's Matt Gibbs from Walks Preston, and we should be live in the group, so all of you should know me. And what we're going to do is spend a couple of minutes. Let's try and keep it 10-15 minutes. Just tell you a little bit about the topic of today, which is how to maximize your walk. So give me a wave, give me a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to see those. We're using some new technology called StreamYard, and that's linking into the group that allows me to go live. But let's just listen in for 1 minute. Hey, Simeon, hi, thank you. You're hearing me. That's excellent. Very good. Thank you for that. See if you can listen in. I'm in the back garden. It's midday, obviously. There is some blue sky. There is a bit of sunshine coming out. And can you hear the birds? Yeah, listen in. Tweeting away in that green space. It's very satisfying and reassuring to be outdoors, feeling the energy of the natural outdoor space. So let's just see, we've got 5 people on the live stream. So we're going to talk about how to maximize your walk. So obviously it's lockdown 2, and we are faced with this uncertainty and the lack of ability to be with other people. So we have to be, for the most part, by ourselves. We have the opportunity to be with somebody else, a second person, to meet them, and we have the opportunity to go and meet them in an open green space to do some physical activity. Because what is recognized is it is important to maintain a regular discipline of activity, and that doesn't have to be walking, but walking is such a beautiful activity because it's so simple and so many people can do it, and there's really relatively nothing much that you need than just to set yourself off on your 2 feet, 2 legs. You can choose to wear shoes, of course. Obviously we have been speaking about, and we will speak about in future lives, about barefoot walking, but you can just set off from the front door and walk in urban space, on the tarmac, on the pavements, and still be close to the sounds of the birds, have the sun on your face, and enjoy that. But you can move because you are permitted right now to go to a local park or a green space or a towpath on a canal and go for a walk. And so what can we do when we go on that walk? Obviously, if you are already motivated enough to get yourself out there, that's great. We have other things in place to support you with that motivation, inspiration to get outdoors, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But let's say you're already out there and you're walking. So it might be nice to kind of have an acronym, something, kind of a few letters that represent some words that make it easy for you to remember this. But ultimately, everyone is different. We're a diverse group of people, and different things will resonate with different people. So I'll just mention a few points over this live stream. And I think what's important is that we are trying to support you, particularly through Walks Preston, to gain the benefits of from a physical perspective, from a mental perspective, and a social perspective. So we're doing the physical activity of walking. We're helping you to prompt you to improve your posture and mobilize yourself, get active, get your heart rate up, and get those benefits that way. From a mental perspective, then we're wanting you to be connecting with that green space. There's lots of research out there about the benefits of being in space. And from a social perspective, obviously we are a walking group, but we are very much facilitating this community and supporting you to meet other people. And obviously now with lockdown 2, we're trying to support you to, although we can't allow you to meet in larger groups, we can support you get on buddy walks and go not just by itself, but with a second person. So those are really important. And then we've got the online virtual walks and socials and things like that that we're bringing in to allow you to continue to communicate and be connected. And we have Facebook groups, and obviously this Facebook group and WhatsApp groups as well. So let's get kind of on that physical side. What can you do? Then really key is postural. Posture and how to hold yourself. So you want to be nice and upright and standing tall, chest proud, looking up. You know, a lot of people today, I see people walking around and the down, head looking down, forward rounded shoulders, collapsed forwards. That's closing your lungs off, not letting the oxygen get in, and it's not allowing you to move the joints of the body, swing your arms, swing your legs, and get into a really kind of swift movement. And there are, again, reported and recommended and research benefits of walking at a faster pace, and people living a longer and more maximized life when they are engaging in more elevated pace of walking. And obviously there will be some of you who are coming back from injury and from surgery and the couch and not being so fit, and you don't have to join our group when you are fit. You join our group to start that process to build up your fitness. And there's, well, tens, hundreds of people in the group who are testament to that they have built themselves up from whatever level they were at and built their fitness. And today, for example, Anne and Sue went to did their own hills and drills session in the morning in Avon Park, and that's kind of a stemming from us doing those group classes where we're using the steps and the hills within the park space to allow you to build up your fitness and your endurance through that process. But key to that is the posture and you know, making sure that you are upright, you're looking forward, your head's not down, and you are striding out. So in that, technique is part of that. So we're looking for the technique of how to walk. You know, we all know how to walk. We're on 2 feet and we just kind of potter along. But if we can stand tall, if we can relax the neck and the shoulder and let the arms swing, then as you're walking along, you start to allow yourself with a nice roll through from heel to toe through the foot. That technique of the roll through and the arm swing and the upright posture allows you to elevate the pace. And as you elevate the pace, you're going to elevate the heart rate. That's going to be beneficial for you as well. So those things are things to think about, be mindful of when you go out for your walk. Check how you're holding your posture. Is it like this, closed and tight, or is it upright, loose and free and relaxed and allowing you to just engage with the outdoor space and smile? Okay. Other aspects, let's see, equipment. A lot of the people in the group here are have been through what we used to call the Learn to Nordic Walk course. It's now been renamed as the Power of the Poles course. So we used to do that in groups. Now we can offer that as one-to-one, but it's a specific session that teaches you how to use Nordic walking poles and the Nordic walking technique for your benefit. And we use these special poles here. These are activator poles. They have this special core edge here that allows you to place your hand around the handle, put your hand on the core edge, and as you push down through the handle into the ground, you can push the ground away, you can propel yourself forward. It's taking weight off the joints. There are all different benefits to that. But you guys who are already with that technique, understand it, then you can use those poles for maximizing your walk, getting yourself toning your arms, toning up your back, toning up your core, your tummy, and making more muscles work, and that therefore allowing you on the duration of your walk to burn more calories because you are expending more energy through the extra effort involved with using the technique and the poles. Now, these types of poles as well, they're a little bit more expensive, carbon fiber, 3-piece, nice and small, fit in your bag, and we have this special glove strap. So again, that's the technique that we teach with the Power of the Poles course that allows you to maximize the way that you would use poles and use yourself to get more out of the actual walk itself. Other equipment. These are smoothies. Don't know if you can hear that, but there's a steel ball bearing inside, and as I move it, that ball bearing swings from one side all the way through to the other side. So you hold it in your hands and swing your arm, and that allows you to create more energetic engagement with the activity and the movement of the arms, but there is a vibration through the movement of the steel ball through the smoothie that resonates in your hand. There's a kind of beneficial effect of that, but it's also you are expending more energy, you are making more of an activity by the use of these these smoothies. And we have some colleagues, and I'm going to be inviting my colleagues from around the country onto some of these lives over the next few weeks. So tomorrow we have Sam from Derbyshire, from Walks Derwent and Dales, and we're going to be talking about Sam's group. Sam's been established for over 10 years, and she has a fantastic group, and she's a fantastic instructor and leader, and has a great team of people, and they have a lot of different classes, and we're going to talk about some of the virtual classes that she offers. But again, we have other instructors who are doing the smoothie classes, and we can offer those through our Exercise Anywhere online booking system, that you, as part of Walks Preston, or you new to all of this, can get involved with those virtual classes, because obviously we are restricted a little bit by the lockdown and meeting up together. So we've spoken a little bit about posture, a little bit about technique, a little bit about equipment, and now moving on to the social aspect of the company. So, you know, the challenge is, if you live alone, finding someone to walk with. So this is why we are supporting you with the whole Walks Preston group. That's why we have the online booking system. That's why we have the Buddy Walk system in place, the WhatsApp groups. And so we can support you find and meet other people once you are part of the Exercise Anywhere system or our website. You know, we're bringing you through a little gateway, and we're checking out that you are fit and healthy to join a walk. Even if your fitness level might be a little bit lowered, that's okay. Even if you might have some challenges, you're coming back from injury or surgery or whatever else it might be, there might be issues or difficulties with the way that you walk, you can't walk as fast as some people, we can support you and help you find the right person at the right ability to support you. They can help you, motivate you, inspire you, or they can walk with you, walk and talk with you. So that social aspect's really important. And even if you are in a couple, in a relationship, you might walk with your partner from home and go on walks, or again, like through the buddy system, you can walk with other people if you interact with that buddy walks system that we are providing. And we have a number of one-to-one sessions that are on the system already. So for example, tomorrow we're at Moore Park from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I'm walking and leading. Di Duckworth Walks Guide, she's walking and leading. So we have 8 sessions between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock with 30 minutes each. And several of them are booked up. There are still 1 or 2 spaces left. And again, we have the same thing on Wednesday. Myself and Angela Walks Guide. She's going to be walking with me, or not with me, but together. We're going to have slots together, so we can cater to 8 of you again. But we're going to be at Longton Brickcroft on Wednesday, and then on Friday with Di again, I think we are at Hunters down in not far from the capital centre. So lots of different opportunities. You need to be on the system. You need to register yourself. It's free to register with Walks Preston, and then we can find out how to allocate you or get you onto some of those sessions. And if you're completely brand new to this, then we can offer you a code for a free walk, so you can come along to one of those one-to-ones, get to know me or one of the other Walks guides, and we can find out about you, you can find out about us, and we can tell you how you can get more out of what you want to achieve through walking and Walks Preston. So other than that, maximizing your walk. Clearly today there is some sunshine, but there is cloud. There's not rain at the minute, but clothing's a really important thing. So footwear, clothing, waterproofs, those are really kind of key. And a lot of people who come into our group, they are, when they're new, they're not sure which shoes to wear. They might not have a collection of waterproofs and layered clothing. So these are all things not to concern yourself about, not to have to buy them or invest money first up front before you can join. Come with what you've got, even if it's a pair of trainers, even if you don't have any waterproofs. Let's get started, and then we can take it from there. And again, as you get to meet people in the community, they will show you their shoes, they will show you their poles, they will show you their jackets, they will tell you about why they decided to buy layers of clothing, why they decided to buy technical t-shirt material, all different things. Different people within the group, some are always hot, some of them are always cold, some will buy gloves because of that, all different things. And you can start exploring that more in detail by being in this group and being part of the Walks Preston community. Everyone's happy to share. There's been plenty of posts in the past where someone said, I'm new, not sure about this, I'd like to buy some shoes, where do I go? Tell me about what you think. And lots of people will comment and provide their feedback, their experiences, what they did, where they went, how they bought it, where they bought it from, etc. Okay. Technology, that's also a really good thing. I'm really keen for people to get out walking with good technique, standing tall, being relaxed in the body, being relaxed in the mind, and actually turning technology off, not being at the beck and call of anyone phoning you up. So technology is a two-edged sword. You can use it. Really great thing to use it for is tracking yourself. So you can use apps like Strava, you can use stepper apps, which tend to be free of charge as apps on your phone. And as long as the phone's with you in your pocket, in your jacket, in your bag, then you can track what you're doing during the day. And again, we have moving forward opportunities to interact and be supported to maximize your walks. For example, we have the World Walking group. We haven't created that. We're going to speak with Duncan hopefully this week. He's the creator of World Walking, but we have Angela. She created our own Walks Preston group on World Walking, and lots of members in the group are within that group space underneath World Walking, and they add their steps on a regular basis. Today I added my steps for the last 3 months and added 1 million steps from the last 3 months. I've been inconsistent in adding the steps onto World Walking, but I've been consistent in doing the walking, and that's the important thing. Okay, so that technology you can track. Even if you're on Strava and you forget, lots of people in the group, they're also on that same walk, or they were when we were doing the group walks, and they can share if you are friends with them in an app like Strava. So you don't necessarily have to lose out that you've been for a walk, forgot to turn on your technology. You can get it from somebody else. So technology is good, but there are risks in terms of creating your own safe space, your own boundaries, your own utilization of how to use that technology. If you're going to commit yourself to a walk, commit yourself to the time, commit yourself to that being your own space, and maybe turning the volume down, turn it onto airplane mode, not picking up the phone if the phone rings because someone wants to speak with you. You're on your space, on your walk, get the most out of it. Be mindful while you're doing it. So that's kind of bringing on to that sort of mindfulness aspect of walking. While you're outdoors, every single time, whether you're walking slow, whether you're walking fast, you can start really feeling into the energy that comes from the outdoor environment. So all the time I've been here talking, we've got the birds in the background. That's really energizing. I can see the blossom on the magnolia in front of me starting to sort of peek through. We've been through this period now. It's waning off a little bit, but this autumn period, all the leaves changing color. As we get through winter, we'll get into the next year. We'll have the snowdrops, we'll have the crocus, we'll have the daffodils, we'll have the bluebells. There's always something to see in the outdoor green space. And even if we're in an urban terrain, we can still find a tree, we can find some blossom. Even here in Preston on Blackpool Road, twice in the year, as you're driving down that busy road between the football stadium and the Deepdale Retail Park, there is the cherry blossom trees. The cherry blossom, sort of that early part of the year, as it blooms into the pink, that's just a fascinating place to be and see and experience. But even just a couple of weeks ago, the leaves were just changing their hue of their colour. And whilst it wasn't the blossom, it was the leaves that were just a little bit reddy pink. And that, again, the more you spend time outdoors, the more you can start tuning into the sound of the birds, the colour of the leaves, the flowers that are around, the green space benefits, and soaking that up. And if you're not familiar with that, then you won't understand it right now. But the more that you spend time outside and start to be aware of that, growth of that awareness will start sinking in, and there'll become a point where you're like, wow, I'm realizing this, and when I go out, I look for that and I utilize that within the walk space, whether I'm walking slow or walking fast, to give me those additional well-being benefits. So I guess just a little bit on pace and speed. Once you've got that good posture, got that good technique, then you can choose based on your growing fitness level or your desire to improve your fitness and your health. You can start to walk a little bit faster, walk a little bit further, and you can set yourself little milestone goals to walk whatever distance it is now. If you're doing nothing, then maybe that's just a walk out the front door and back again. If you're building up your fitness, but you can do it a little bit more than that, you might walk a kilometre. If you walk out a kilometre, you've got to walk a kilometre back. So you've got to sort of work out your time freedom, your ability around family and work and other commitments to be able to do that. But again, what I find is really important is at the end of a week, planning, thinking about, visualizing, sticking in your diary the week ahead, how you program and plan your walks in first, and then fit everything else around. Or if you know your work pattern and your work schedule and you're working all day, how can you stick right in the middle of the day some lunchtime walk, or at the end of the day that walk? And again, walking in the evening in the dark during the winter is not the easiest of things, and if you get back from a really busy, stressful day, that's going to be challenging. I understand that, and that's why we exist as a group. We have the ability for you to walk on one-to-ones, and again, we will be putting one-to-ones, evening walks for some of you who need that, but we have the buddy walk system. So we have people who already are saying, you know what, I'm happy to walk in an evening, I don't mind. And if someone else wants to and is struggling to get themselves out, to get themselves motivated, to get themselves inspired, then within our WhatsApp groups, you can find somebody who is like the vibe of our group, like the vibe of our Walks Preston community. It's about positivity. It's about looking out for each other. It's about looking after yourself physically, mentally, and socially. So we're looking for people who want to connect with other people who are like-minded, want to stay fit and healthy, want to boost their health and fitness, and want to connect and want to give back and want to support this wider holistic framework of well-being. It's not just about walking, it's not just about steps, it's a much bigger picture than that. And the final thing, because we've been on 20 minutes, is location. So just getting familiar with different locations. You want to be able to have somewhere that you are familiar with if you are struggling to get outdoors yourself. It's all about, Walks Preston is all about reducing those barriers, breaking down those barriers that are stopping you or preventing you from getting out walking on a regular basis. And 5 minutes every day is better than potentially 1 hour once a week. So just small doses by yourself, with your couple and your family, on the buddy walks option, on the one-to-one option, after lockdown with the group walks. It's getting yourself out, and the whole Walks Preston system is about creating that safe space and creating the ease of getting out there with other people. So that's why we put the walks on the system. That's why you register on the system. You physically, mentally, even financially connect with that, and that goes into the brain, triggers the brain. That's in my diary. I know that I can go on that, and I know where to go. And I know that there'll be people there to meet when I go there. And again, when I get there, I don't have to think whether I'm going to get lost or something's going to happen, because I'm in the safe space of being with an instructor or a walks guide and the rest of the people, obviously, when we can do the group walks. So if you're a little bit unfamiliar with getting out on different diverse locations, then find your nearest park. There's always paths that are really safe, really easy to use, but join our group, get to know different locations. We've got 50 plus locations across the wider Preston area, Preston, South Ribble and Chorley areas, and that will give you so many different places to see, and again, different people to meet, and that's what makes it possible to build the habit and make it repeatable and make it sustainable. And then you're moving forward and developing yourself to build that so that you always have an option to get out there, no matter the weather, no matter what you feel, the mood, no matter how you are physically feeling tired or whatever else. You've got something that's going to drive you forward into getting out there, because once you get out there doing that walk with that good technique, maximizing your opportunities for that walk for your own benefit, physical, mental and social, then that's when those smiles come, that's when you feel good, that's when the endorphins rise, and that's when you want to do it again and again and again and again, and that is what is going to drive you forward into much better health and well-being. So thank you for watching. There's still been about 10 people on live all the time, so I really appreciate that. Someone's an unknown user has managed an hour on their own. That is fantastic. And I really appreciate all of you for looking after yourself, your own physical and mental well-being, being willing to connect with others within the group and share your time and your experiences for the benefit of the collective, and that benefits yourself as well. So it's Matt, it's Walks Preston, and look out for our further live videos coming up soon. And if you're new to this, I hope this has inspired you a little bit, and just get in touch. Connect with us, connect with me, phone, email, personal message, put a post in the group, or if you've managed to get access to this and you're not in our group, come and join our group, and you can join our Walks Preston group by going online to the webpage www.walks.groups, groups/Walks Preston. That's WALX hyphen Preston, PRESTON, and that will take you to the web page. On the web page, it's all nice and colourful, nice and easy to navigate. There will be somewhere just lower down on the bit of text at the top, there is an option to register. Click on register. On the left-hand side of the screen, you get the option to select a free registration. It's a free process, takes 2 minutes, very simple. But once you're in that system, then every time you book onto a walk, you get a confirmation email. I get a confirmation email. We know that you're booked on. And if you need to, you can book off. It's a very transparent, easy to use system, and it helps us and you connect together and get you motivated, inspired, and walking. So excellent. Enjoy your day and keep walking. Well done. Thank you. Bye for now.